prodigy whose years belie her profound skill, has stormed the art community with her unyielding passion, precise dedication, and an artistry born from unwavering commitment. As a child, Sarah took solace in the rich colors and textures of her surroundings. She would spend hours lost in her imagination, translating her thoughts and emotions onto canvas, creating works of art that belied her years. As Sarah's talent blossomed, so did her fame. Art aficionados and critics alike were astounded by the depth and maturity of her work, recognizing in her a rare talent that transcended age and experience. From the swirling, psychedelic abstractions that capture the essence of life's energy to the delicate depictions of flowers and butterflies, Sarah's art is a testament to her deep connection with the natural world. Her paintings are a kaleidoscope of hues, ranging from bold, fiery reds and oranges to soothing blues and greens. The intricate details and textures in her work reveal a level of mastery that belies her young age. As every piece becomes a testament to her intricate bond with nature's own artistry, her paintings, a vibrant echo of the world's vibrance.
Ladies and gentlemen, having Sarah Wall on our show is all by itself a pretty amazing thing. She is one of, well, she's kind of an enigma in the art world. She has become one of the top child prodigies in the history of modern art, not just here in the United States, but period. When you look at art history as a whole, in fact, let's take that back. Just look at modern art history, just the last, let's say 50 years. Just the last 50 years. There's only, you can count them on one hand. I mean, you really can. You can count artists on one hand who made it really, really big while they were 10 years old. You know, Alexander Nikita was one of them. I remember, gosh, in 2003, auctioning off this 14-year-old's paintings for $100,000, $150,000, $200,000. Child prodigies in the art world who get discovered early. Like, it's a good example. For example, Picasso was a child prodigy, but nobody knew who he was when he was a kid. In fact, when he first started creating artwork, for the first 4 years, he could barely sell a thing. It's really unusual for a child prodigy to get not only discovered, but wind up in what we would call the art market while they're still kids. And that is exactly what's happened with Sarah Wall. She has a very unusual setup, that's for sure. You won't find her originals at all in any galleries. Her original works are sold kind of like by these appointment-only auctions, which is incredible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to be really clear. You are once again bidding right now on the #1 artist proof. So we need to actually mark that where it says EA of 25. This is the #1 of 25 that you're bidding on right now. It's amazing that we get these. It really is. The only reason we're able to get these is because, once again, we're the only live televised art auction on earth. This gives us a little bit of negotiation power with the artists. We're like, hey, you know, we want you on our show. We're honored to have you on our show, but we also want something for our audience that's really unique. That maybe, in fact, a really good point, these private auctions I was telling you about, they're not going to get a chance to see this. So that's kind of neat. We kind of have a little bit of a one-up on that. Leif, back to you.
We're showing you the artist proof. There it is. EA, épreuve d'artiste in French. This is the #1. This is the most important one of the edition, ladies and gentlemen. You're bidding on that #1. This is a child prodigy. If you could catch any one of these child prodigies when they're just in that stage, already, just a child, just already making a big mark in the market, this is your opportunity. Sarah Wall, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, born in 2007. That's what I'm talking about. A child prodigy. Together in harmony. It's a gicle of archival pigments on wove paper, hand-signed and numbered by the artist. And again, an example from the artist proof edition of only 25, but this is the #1. Again, you are bidding on the #1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it back to Mitch.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this for a moment. Let's show my screen. This is a press release from 2022. Teen artist Sarah Wall, Autumn End, was auctioned off for $48,000 yesterday, thanks to the love and support of the art collectors. Proceeds will go to her art Art for Heart Foundation to help the children with autism and special needs. Here is another one where we're talking about where she has over 2.7 million followers. At 16, 2.7 million. Let's go ahead and go back to the piece for a moment. A couple of major accolades. Did you know when she was only 4, she created a painting called A Day at Sea that was collected and exhibited by the Greenville Museum of Art? At the age of 10 in 2018, she received the Frank Lloyd Wright Best Overall Architectural Design Award. Now, one of the things we haven't told you is there's a little bit of a reason behind this, is that she comes from kind of American art royalty. Her father is Daniel Wall, and his paintings sell in that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 price point, just to give you a little bit of an idea. Now, her works, I always wonder how Daniel feels about this. Let's go and show my screen. So there she is. The price point for her works have surpassed her father's by a lot. $58,000, $50,000, $54,000. She primarily paints on wood and then integrates the grain of the wood into the painting itself. $50,000, $54,000, you kind of get the idea. Let's go ahead and go back to the piece. Want to know something else that's kind of interesting about her is that she is a mathematician as well. She's one of these kids that competes in these like serious math competitions all over the United States. But remember when she was, and her mom, a PhD and is involved in university level education. So when Sarah was a baby, her father took care of her in his studio. So for the time she could open her eyes, all she saw was color. All she saw was canvases and paintings from the time she could see. That's one of the reasons why she was able to paint at such a young age. We talk about children absorbing language. Well, art is essentially a language all by itself when we really think about it. And she was not only, obviously genetically the child of Daniel Wall, but she's surrounded by all of this art from the time she's just a little baby. That is an amazing combination. Leif, back to you.
Thank you very much indeed for that, Mitch. Now I'm standing right next to the work. It is stunning. I just love every single aspect of it. And the precocity of her paintbrush, the precocity of the color. She's so advanced after her age, ladies and gentlemen. For her age, this is just incredible. And like Mitch just said, when she was 4 years old, already got attention at a museum. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, an artist who's in the $50,000, $60,000 range, and she's still a child. It's just incredible. Take advantage of this. This is definitely that situation where time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. I've got $550 right now. I've got $550 right now, but about $6, $550 right now, but about $6. This is the number one. Again, you are bidding on the number one of an artist proof of one of the fastest rising child prodigies on the planet.
No more clocks.
Let me ask you this. How many young artists right now, born in 2007, do you know that you can collect right now, that whose originals are sold over $50,000? Here, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, take advantage of it. This is your chance. 6 right now, bid upon 650. 6 right now, bid upon 650. Look at a 650 right now for the bid. I got 600. I got 600 right now. And would give 600. 650. 650. $50 more will get you in the bid. Another grand opportunity to go ahead and put in a grand, to put in a power bid. At 600 right now, bid upon 650. 600 right now, bid upon 650. Look at a 650 right now for the bid. I've got 600. I've got 600. And would give 650. 650. 650. Thank you. Bid upon 7. At 650. Bid upon 7. At 650. Bid upon 7. Look at a 7 right now for the bid. At 650, and would bid upon at 7, and would bid upon at 7. Look at a 7 right now for the counter bid. I got 650 right now, bid upon at 7. At 650, 650 right now on an artist proof number one of number one, framed, custom made framing, ready to hang on the wall. Got 7 right now. Thank you for that bid. Bid upon 750, 7 right now, bid upon 750. Look at a 750 right now for the bid. Got 700 right now, bid upon 750. Got 700 right now, bid upon 750. Look at a 750 right now for the bid. At 700, ladies and gentlemen, and would bid upon at 750. $50 more will get you into bidding. I've got 700. 750. Thank you right now, bid upon 8. At 750 right now, bid upon 8. At 750 right now, bid upon 8. This is the number one, the only one, the 1 out of 25. This is number 1 out of 25. Very small edition. Going once, going twice, third and final. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a massive round of applause. Well done. Well played indeed. Now, we do have a little surprise. I know a lot of you are a little bit upset that you missed out on that. So we have a way to make it up to you. Now, that first one is gone. It's sold. But we do have this edition. We work exclusively, not exclusively, but we work exclusively with a lot of artists. And in terms of Sarah Wall, we kind of get first-hand pick in a lot of her works of art. So what we have available are some of the others. I got to make sure, I got to check with our producer, John. How many do we have available?
4 available.
We got 4. Okay, so we have 4 available out of that edition. Number 1 is sold, that one is gone. So what you're going to do right now, get your phones ready, because there's only 4 that we are offering, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is including the frame, no buyer's premium. You're going to get number 2 out of 25. We can't tell you exactly the number you're going to get. People are already calling, they don't know the price. $375. $375. $375 right now. $375. Let's bring it back to Mitch. Mitch?
Wow, 375. As I said, that's kind of amazing. One of the things that you should know, and you can look, there are no Sarah Wall prints for sale at the moment anywhere. That's it. You can't find them. I don't even think that they're selling them at these private events. She is one of the most exclusive artists in America today. As I said, it's really weird. It's very strange when artists have this type of success. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Can you go ahead and show my screen? This is a video of one of those events. Every single person in this room was there for one reason and one reason only, to meet Sarah Wall. And there she is. That's her dad. There's Daniel. And this is a sold-out auction event just for her. I mean, absolutely incredible. She also works with a lot of children's organizations. She's become kind of a rock star in the children's art world. So little kids that are interested in art and that type of thing look up to her. So she goes and gives lectures and things of this nature all across the United States. But the fact is, let's go back to the piece where we're talking about an artist who is not in galleries in the United States at all. You can't find her in any single gallery anywhere. That she's built up 1.7 million followers. And so what happens is every couple of months or so, there'll be a private auction event that'll take place in one of the cities around America. And typically anywhere from 300 to 400 of her collectors will show up for these events, where the art, the original pieces, are sold anywhere between $25,000 up to $60,000 depending upon the size of the piece. Now, as far as I know, what I haven't seen is any of these events talking about these pieces. So it's amazing that we have them. Now, what I really wonder about, Leif, is the future of Sarah Wall. Right now, she's kind of this private artist, which is an amazing thing. Hardly any artist ever achieved that accomplishment. It'll be really interesting to see where this young lady is going to be in 5 years, in 10 years. One thing is for sure, this is not some sort of a gimmick. She is the real deal. She has, when you look at her paintings up close and you look at what she's able to do as an artist, she is gifted. And the fact that she's also one of the country's top teen mathematicians in the, it's like, wow, where does this end? Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being here for you. As always, I'll be back with you again next Saturday and Monday, it's my understanding. Thanks to Leif, and it's always a pleasure working with you, as well as Chris. I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to leave you back with Leif. Good night. See you all again soon.
All right. Good night, Mitch. Good night. Thank you so much, Mitch. Always a pleasure. We love working with Mitch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we only have about 30 seconds left on the show. And here's the deal. We got one available. Is that right, John?
One available.
One available. So, ladies and gentlemen, next caller in, we'll get that last one. We got one available, and we're ending the show in about 19 seconds. What we want to say right here is don't miss out. Still call in, ladies and gentlemen. Even if we don't get that one sell before the end of the show, we'll still take it offline. So make sure you do ask our team when you do call in. But it's been a pleasure from myself, from Chris, from everybody here in our studio. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Well, hello. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the show. It is the Fine Art Auction, and welcome to the Auction Gallery.
And the way we put it together gives you a great opportunity to actually get them all. It's the best of the best. The silver-proof Ikes.
What a great collection. What a great show. What a great night. My name's Ray Taylor, and I'll see you at the auction.
piece becomes a testament to her intricate bond with nature's own artistry. Her paintings, a vibrant echo of the world's vibrance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, on this show, we've had a lot of young artists kind of come and go. We give them their debut. We've had many artists that have gone on to many greater things. And I have had people, oh, doesn't that make you mad, Ray? And I'm like, no, if I can help somebody on their path, on their journey in life, I'm very proud of that. Ladies and gentlemen, turn on the DVR. We are watching history unfold. This is one of the very few truly recognized global child prodigies in art. And it's not just me. I'm not just, 3 years ago, Children Magazine called 15-year-old American artist Sarah Wall a true art prodigy. And she has the machine in place to assure her spot in the pantheon of great artists. Why? Well, the tradition of unrequited wealth and fame goes back to many, many artists. I think the one that we always think of course, would be Vincent van Gogh, and that is fact. Let me get back on track. She's the daughter of the famous American Impressionist Daniel Wall. Now, 16 to 18 years ago, the first 2 years of this show, 2005, 2006, 2007, we had her father's art, Daniel Wall. I never met him. Oh, no, I did meet him a long time. Anyhow, we had Daniel Wall on the show, and then the world's largest gallery chain offered him the big check. And he took it, and I'm glad he did. And I'm very glad to say that I had the foresight to buy 3 of his paintings. A month ago, and I said this on the air, I had a client call me up and say, Ray, I saw a Daniel Wall original painting, and it was only $35,000, and I bought it. And I said, good for you. Back when we had him, 18 years, 16, 17 years ago, we were getting about $1,000, $1,200. So the point that I'm trying to make is that this father is going to take care of his daughter, because she was born in 2007. Now, believe it or not, she began drawing and painting before the age of 1. She was literally taught at her father's knee at the age of 1. Now bear that in mind when I'm about to tell you what I'm about to tell you. You know what? You won't believe me. Go to my computer. In 2011, she was 4 years old. Her painting, A Day at Sea, was collected by, that's one thing, but it was exhibited at the Greenville Museum of Art in North Carolina. Kef was 35 years old when that happened to him. Every artist's dream is to have a painting, not just collected, but hanging on a nail. At the age of 6, she designed the cover for and illustrated a book called A Super Special Someone. She was 6. At the age of 7, she illustrated. That means she did all the art for a really good book. It's called Dragon Mom, Eagle Mom. It's really a good book. At the age of 9, she's 9 years. I learned how to ride a bicycle when I was 8. She was the winner of the 12th Annual Youth Art Festival poster design, where the School of Arts and Design at East Carolina University. She's 9. But here's the one that blows my mind. I don't care what anybody says. Now again, this is a youth art festival. You want to go big? At the age of 10, she receives the Frank Lloyd Wright Best Overall. She's a 10-year-old architect. That's a child prodigy. At the age of 14, she designed the cover and co-authored a book, Daniel Wall, the founder of Intense Impressionism. Next thing you're going to tell me she's a ballerina. Oh yeah, she is a ballerina. She has performed in Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and The Little Mermaid. Come on. Oh, no. She's not just any ballerina. She does it for charity. I love this. She does it for charity. Oh, next thing you're going to tell me she's a math whiz. Yes, she has received numerous awards in Math Masters, Math Counts, and American Mathematics composition. Come on! Now, her father's a famous founder of an art movement.
Now remember, guys, you're bidding on print number 1. This is example number 1. So only one person can win print number 1. You got about 2 minutes to get your bid in. I'm at $300. And I do have a little bit of an announcement. We have confirmed she will be in studio October 5th and 6th. October 5th and 6th, Sarah Wall will be in studio. So wait till you see what the prices are when she's actually live in the studio. If you want one at a reasonable price, you better collect one now. When she's here, the prices will go up. It always does.
All right, next thing you're going to tell me is her mom's a brain surgeon. Yes, her mother is a brain surgeon. Come on! Yes, but you know what? The one that gets me the most, I can understand at the age of 9, which would be very impressive, to win a college level youth art festival. But best overall, Frank Lloyd Wright, best overall at 10. This is a child prodigy, and the future's so bright she's got to wear shades. Guys, well, I know Chris Steele is here, but Leif, have you ever had any experience dealing with another child prodigy called
Alexander Nikita.
Yeah, please
Absolutely.
tell me your personal. You were there. What did you see?
Well, what I saw, Alexander Nikita, to Ray's point, was also a child prodigy. And what happened was, obviously, over time, she started to garner what we like to call critical acclaim. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the art market in general, there are two kinds of acclaim that an artist is able to garner. It's either going to be commercial acclaim or it's going to be critical acclaim. Now, obviously, commercial acclaim is much easier to achieve because it takes a lot of marketing and a good marketing PR company. But critical acclaim has to do with the artistic development of the artist and their place within the context of art history. So Sarah Wall's father, Daniel Wall, is that intense impressionism. And what she's doing, it's not that she's riding on the coattails of her father. Instead, ladies and gentlemen, what she's doing is she is proclaiming to the world that she has her own innate style. She's extremely innovative and uses the tenets of Impressionism. Now think about this. Think about the moment, this placeholder we are in history right now, the year 2024. Here you have a young child prodigy that has been able and is using the tenets of Impressionism. And what is Impressionism? Impressionism is one of the most beloved movements of all time. And it was categorized by three things. Number one, an open composition. Number two, an emphasis on texture. And number three, the emphasis on the qualities of light. Now you have these five guys, Monet, Manet, Sisley, Basile, and Renoir, who were hanging out in the 5e arrondissement in Paris, and this is how it really began. They were inspired by the English Romantic landscape painters like J.M.W. Turner, like John Constable. John Constable, by the way, was the first person that was basically the first landscape painter. So he created a very occurrent style, which the Impressionists then brought to a new level. Now, those of you watching, you are so fortunate at this moment in history, at this juncture, because we have all of that behind us, which sets the perfect foundation for a young budding child prodigy, just like Sarah Wall, to be able to take what it took hundreds of years to be able to create one of the most beloved styles and involve an intensity. The compositional quality. Now, Ray, I was chuckling in the back there, Ray, because I like the way you phrase. What you're going to say next is that her mom is a brain surgeon. Yes, she is. Well, what's fascinating about Sarah Wall is that she has a very precocious palette. It's so precocious, in fact, that as you gaze, as you possibly gawk at this work of art, it has an arresting quality to it, which in many ways is showcased by the compositional quality. The compositional quality is sublime. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the reflection of the tree, the layering. Look at all this layering, and thank you. This production team is so amazing, fantastic. They're always one step ahead of me, showing you guys these lines. Look at the intricacy and the quality of the line. I mean, when you think that this is a young lady, when I look at this, having studied art history, I studied art history at Georgetown in Washington, D.C., and that was what really the foundation that made me love the world of fine art. So when I look at the aesthetic, the compositional quality of this work of art, with the premise of a foundation of Impressionism, You are looking at one of the fastest rising superstars in terms not only of her unique ability to create something that nobody else has seen, but to take from her father, who is the greatest inspiration for her as Daniel Wall, already a world-renowned artist, and take everything that he's taught her, because after all, this is a perfect example of a father and daughter relationship. I have a 20-year-old daughter. I'm sure that most fathers, if not all, watching there have a deep love for their kids. And her father saw that she was so talented. Imagine how happy he must have been, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and bring it over to Ray. Ray's got a few more things to tell you about this work of art.
You know, for an artist proof in an $800 frame, that is a great value.
All right, guys, now pay attention here. That was print number 1. Print number 1 is selling for $800. It is gone. It is sold. We will come back. We do have 6 other examples from the edition, and we're going to set a price in just a second.
Sold.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Here's what we have. We have 6 other examples from the Artist Proof edition of 25. Number 1 is obviously gone. I don't know what numbers we have. I can't guarantee numbers, but I'm going to do a quick buy it now at $375, no buyer's premium. There's only 6 opportunities here. Give me a 3-minute clock, 6 opportunities, guys.
And I do want to let you know that no expense has been spared. That is a satin finish white lacquer. No, that's gloss. That's a high end. It's an expensive frame. You'll see when you get it home. It's very heavy. That's going to be 29 on the button by 34, 29 by 34. You will be getting an artist proof. That is plexi. Who is it? Every time I do that, I love doing that because there's a guy in Colorado. Every time I do that, his dogs bark. So I do it a lot. Because I'm rotten. Let's go to the certificate. Wait. No, not that one. Tony already took it. You will be getting, it's got to be a $600 frame. Now, let's go back to the designation here. This is the sample. Artist Proof number 1 was sold at auction. We have 6. I don't know what 6 we have. It'll be lowest number, first come, first serve. That's how they do it when they process the invoices. Let's go to the bottom right. That is her autograph and no other. I want you to think in historical terms. When you collect art, you think in terms of decades.
You know what, Ray, if I just may add a little thing to this, it's fascinating because we were just talking about, and Ray, that's a perfect segue because you need to think in historical terms. You need to look at the art long term. This is a young child prodigy. If I look at the works of art of Alexander Nikita right now, who was a child prodigy that both myself and Ray, we were offering her works maybe about 20 years ago. It's incredible how she has influenced the world of art. So the key here is influence. When you have a work of art on your wall, I want you to imagine this right now. Visualize this on your wall in your home. And everything that we've told you up to this point, now it's about opportunity. Opportunity knocks once, and opportunity normally does not knock twice, ladies and gentlemen. So the opportunity you have is within the context and within the timeline of not only what she's been able to achieve, but her tremendous artistic capabilities, which are, in my opinion, speak volumes about the artistic talent. And her father, it took already an established artist to be able to see how good she was. She was given the talent. It's a God-given talent. And that's why she was painting vehemently as a young child, because she needed to express that innate creativity. And ladies and gentlemen, you cannot help but when you look at a work of art like that to feel that inspiration. Because when you have a level of unbridled creativity, that is one of the best ways to showcase true talent. And this is that prime example. And imagine the amounts of joy year after year after year as you keep looking at this work of art, knowing and recognizing in your mind that this is an artist that is having such a widespread effect, not only on her aesthetic, but also in the way that she's perceived in the world of art today. So
we have 2 more available, only 2 left, 2 more opportunities. I'm going to give them 1 more minute. Guys, you got 2 opportunities.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you might have heard Tony, our producer right there, just mentioning, and this is a great opportunity. Look at that, $375. That's it, Tony? $375, my goodness. All right, we've got 2 of these left. 2 of these left. You guys know the number to dial. Do not miss out on this work of art, ladies and gentlemen. You're dealing with a child prodigy. This is a work of art by an artist that you can be very comfortable when you're sitting in your living room, when you're sitting in your dining room, or maybe in your bedroom, and you have this work of art. And every single time you look at that, you're going to see the sublime quality of the aesthetic, the compositional perfection that speaks volumes and is a testament to why she is so, so good. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we need to look at. Not only in art, but wouldn't you agree, folks, that in any kind of venture that we do in life, when somebody is of exceptional talent, when somebody has a God-given talent, and you can see that and you can feel that, that's what you need to collect. Enough said. That's the bottom line. There's 2 left. I guess there's 1 left, right, guys? We got 1 left? All right. We're 1 available. Ladies, you have 1 available. I want to buy it. Ray, you want to buy it together? I'll keep it 6 months in my place. We'll put it 6 months in yours.
You get
How
it
about
Monday
that?
through Friday. I get it on the weekends.
That's right. You get on weekends, right? But then I get custody
I'll come
during
over
the
to your
week,
house.
okay? All right.
All right, if you're on the phone now, guys, you're guaranteed one. We have 1 more available. We are going to move on, though. We do have a major lifetime Albert Durr coming.
Ooh, Albert, sure. My
So
goodness.
there's still